Inside or outside your ride, let SpenCar be your guide. Well, when it comes to the Mercedes, you can always expect one of the latest and best designs you could wish for. Take an old design and fuse it with modern technology and you get the classic and luxurious Mercedes G-Class, or also known as the G-Wagon. It's got the retro look that is classic and some modern tweaks here and there, and oh boy, you have a machine that's ready to take on any terrain. The G-Wagon retains its peculiar boxy styling and body-on-frame construction, making it one of the most soul body design that you can see on the road. The G-Wagon has carried a largely unchanged design since its 1970s, with only small updates throughout the decades with regards to its exterior appearance. The G-Wagon is one of those cars that just stands out anywhere. It's my personal favorite. I just love this vehicle. Coming to the design, up front you will see this beautiful LED daytime running headlamps as well as the high intensity retractable washers. Moving a little lower, you will see the park assist and fog lamps. You have the chrome grille with the huge Mercedes-Benz emblem in the middle. The side indicators are integrated into the hood. Moving side on, you have the air vents and the V8 badge. When it comes to wheels, you get 19-inch and behind it sits internal ventilated disc which comes on all four wheels. You get the stainless steel steppers running parallel across both the doors. The side mirror comes with LED lights and below it also a light that turns on once you open the doors. Mercedes have kept attention to detail and such can be seen with the doors that get the hinges to give that classic old feel. Moving to the back, you see the rear parking camera right on top to offer good overall visibility. You have the small LED lights that's pretty good looking in my opinion. Parking assist is again integrated into the bumpers along with the rear mounted tire which is covered with a high top. The exhaust tips are not at the rear but rather at the side of the vehicle near the passenger doors. This is something that I just don't personally like because you could feel a lot of heat when you're just standing next to the rear passenger door when you're just about to enter the car when the engine is on. Towing capacity comes at 7,000 pounds. One thing that will take getting used to is actually slamming the doors. As in most cases where I'm so used to closing the doors quite appropriately, this was my first experience of slamming the doors in order for me to feel locked and secured. Well, I get it. Mercedes has really kept the old classic feel alive with this. But once you step inside is where the G-Wagon really starts to shine. Basically from the whole retro look outside to a cabin that's got the latest and best technology. Something we all know associated with the Mercedes emblem. When it comes to space, headroom, legroom, shoulder room, well, I just can't complain. There's so much of room on offer. The interiors are plush and of premium quality. Everything out here is top notch. Starting with the doors, you get all power windows and side mirror controls which come with folding options that are electronic. This, according to me, is perfectly placed and is also a nice place to rest your arm. You get 3 options for your memory seating to get you the best driving postures you may need. Moving on, you do get light controls that can be set as per your choice or just simply switch on to automatic and never bother to turn it on or off again. Whether it be the leather dash, the leather seats or the plethora of options from a technology perspective, this premium SUV won't disappoint you. From a safety perspective, you can be assured with the ABS braking, front impact airbags, overhead airbags, seat belt presenters to name a few. The vehicle is equipped to anticipate and detect unwanted vehicle intrusions too. The vehicle is also equipped with an ignition disable device that will prevent the engine from starting if the correct original manufacturer key is not used. The instrumental cluster comes with a split of speedo and RPM along with a 4-inch info screen which provides various info such as the digital speed, trip and much more. You can also scroll to various vehicle programmable options. When it comes to the grooving and music, the G-Wagon is powered with the Harman Kardon surround sound. There are speakers even placed on your dash to give you that immersive experience. Moving to the center console, you get this large multimedia screen that's mounted on the dash. This comes integrated with Mercedes Command infotainment system. The console with this beautiful wooden trim will just accentuate the premium quality of this vehicle. In the center are 3 drive options with 3 differential settings for your off-road adventures. Moving lower, you have the radio controls along with this navigation for phone controls, audio controls and all. Here you have the heated and ventilated options too, along with traction's on and off switch. Moving lower is the 4-zone climate control, which I personally feel is quite low and might be a little hard to adjust while driving. You also get the ashtray, Now coming to my favorite, the gear shifts, which are quite interesting. As you have seen, the reverse, neutral and drive through the lever, the park button which needs to be pressed to get activated.
Just next to the gear is a switch that can help you change to sports, eco or manual mode.
When it comes to storage, you get some space under the armrest along with a USB charging port. The glove box offers good space. Open it and you have 2 cup holders too. The passenger dash gets a grab handle for those off-road security. The seats come with heating and ventilated options along with a 4-way lumbar support and a 10-way seat adjustment. Although heating options in this part of the world may not really be required, but although you still get it. Right under the seat, you have a storage compartment. You have a multifunction massage control next to the seats, which is just perfect to get a little pampered while you do those long drives. I personally just love it. I personally like the wooden finish running all around. On the steering, you get the voice, audio and phone controls. The steering wheel at the back also has paddle shifters to make that drive even more exciting. More exciting as if this machine had less of excitement. And that's not all. You do get additional tech upgrades too. But look at this. It already has so much. Getting onto the second row, well, for short people it's gonna be a little tough. Considering the G-Wagon sits quite tall with a ground clearance of 16 inch, so it requires a little stretch to get in and the doors don't really open wide enough. Well, as a driver row seats, the second row too offers you more than you can ask for when it comes to headroom and legroom. So all you 6 feet, trust me, there is no problem out here. You can easily fit in 3 average size adults in the second row comfortably. The floor is flat too, so it won't be a problem for the middle passenger. You get the AC ducts in the center and 2 cup holders.
There are additional book storage compartments out here. Viewing around from this massive windows definitely feels good. You also do get a sunroof. When it comes to the color of the roof, I personally don't like it. I just don't like this grey finish on top. I think there is a mismatch when it comes to the color management. For the rear passenger doors, you do get the ashtrays and the heated seat options.
Unlike most SUVs, the first thing you will notice is that the door opens sideways, and the door, I must say, feels quite heavy and would again need a little bit of slamming to get it shut. Well, again, because the G-Wagon sits quite high, you would really need to lift the things up to get them into the boot. But there is plenty of space on offer. You get 667 liters. You do have folding rear seats too, which can offer a combine of 1246 liters of space. However, I feel the wheel wells take up a little bit of space, so loading those wide items may be a little difficult. Overall, to me, the space out here is more than enough with the seats upright. Just a thought, this has always been a 5-seater. Wonder if we are going to see an option for a third row passenger seat. I feel it could easily accommodate that. And yep, you do get charging ports at the rear too. Although the G-Wagon is a power steering, I feel maneuvering the G-Wagon needs a little effort and getting used to. Although it comes with a minimum turning radius of 6800 mm, steering around feels quite solid and tough in the start. Moving on, the G-Wagon is powered by a 5461cc V8 engine that puts out a power of 387 HP. Wow, very impressive. Wonder how the turbocharge would perform like. The transmission comes with a 7G Tonic Plus, which offers superior response. So when it comes to power, you have all the horses behind you, and reaching 100 km per hour is just barely 6.7 seconds. Step on it further and you could reach a top speed of 210 km an hour. Well, with an engine this capable, the fuel consumption is around 8 km per liter and a fuel tank capacity of 96 liters. The paddle shifts make the driving more engaging. Suspensions are super tuned and come with long travel coils, gas trans, twin anti-roll bars. You also get adaptive cruise control. Well, I know not many of you would want to take this ride off-road, but when you buy the G-Wagon, you're already buying a machine that has superb off-road capabilities. But in this video, I'm going to stick to the road.
Just as the many positives this Mercedes has, there are some negatives too. One of it being the air condition. I personally didn't like it and I felt it took too long to cool. In this peak summer, you want something that really is refreshing and super quick when it comes to cooling. Overall cooling in the entire cabin took really long and was a disappointment.
If you're deciding on buying the G-Wagon, be assured you have an off-road champion. But just in case you decide to stay on the road, it's a champion too. It's got all the power and tech to keep you excited and the various drive modes to keep you engaged. An engine to bring a smile on your face whenever you ask it to deliver. The G-Wagon is not just an SUV, it's a statement. It has all the modern and best technologies on the inside, but for sure it's a legend on the outside.